everyone. In this video I want to just give some thoughts and feelings about the movies I'm excited about seeing. And now there is over 30 films, maybe more, that I'm really excited about seeing in 2012. I'd really love to talk about every single movie that I want to see, but it might be a little long, so I decided that I'd just pick 5 movies out of a lot of really exciting films that are coming out this year, and just give you some of my thoughts and opinions. It was really hard to come up with just 5, but I figured I'd just pick 5 movies right now. So there may be a film that I'm really excited about that I might not talk about. Here are the 5 films. Okay, the first one I want to address is a movie coming out on March 23rd. It's called Hunger Games. The reason I'm kind of excited about seeing this movie is there was a film called Battle Royale. I believe it was a Japanese film, and it dealt with kids all put together and having to fight for their freedom, to fight for the food. I love that idea. That was a really cool idea, and I was always really interested for it to be an American film. Well, it looks like that this movie, The Hunger Games, might be that movie. It looks really interesting. It might be a film that will trump that other teenage drama, fantasy drama that's going on. This movie stars Jennifer Lawrence, and she's really quite stunning to look at. She can convey so much. I also like the futuristic aspect of the film, and it just looks like it could be a really interesting scenario that's happening here. Maybe there's a possibility for love, a really interesting, believable teenage love story. The next film that I'm really interested in watching is called Prometheus. It opens June 8th. It's Ridley Scott's return to science fiction since 1982's Blade Runner. It's been really hyped up for that very reason. It's why I'm really excited, because when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to see a lot of scary movies. But Alien opened up this new exciting world for science fiction, especially movies. There were really some great sequels to Alien, and some not so great, but I still like that whole universe. They're saying right now that Prometheus is not a prequel to Alien or a sequel. They're not saying much about this movie, but all we've been given as of right now is a minute teaser. And in the teaser, there's a lot of music and imagery and locations that look like the first Alien film, but they're not saying anything, and I don't want them to ever say anything. I want to walk into the theater of this film and not know anything about this movie. It looks like it's going to be in the same universe. The cast looks really great. Michael Fassbender is in the film, Charlize Theron, Patrick Wilson, Noomi Rapace. It just looks really quite interesting. This might be the movie of the summer that I'm the most excited about. Also this summer we're getting a lot of superhero movies. I'm excited for a lot of those films, but the one I'm really the most interested about is not technically a superhero movie. It's more of a graphic novel or a comic book, whatever you want to call it, and that is the final chapter of Christopher Nolan's trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. Maybe this is the movie that I'm the most excited about out of everything that's coming out this year, because I love the universe they've created. People who are familiar with the comic books know maybe what's going to happen, but as just a fan of the Batman movies, I think Christopher Nolan has created a great and exciting world from those stories that have been told in the past about Batman. And this is the final movie in his trilogy. I'm really interested to see where they're going to go after this. Where is Warner Brothers going to take Batman? Are they going to take him into the future, or back to the past, or just start a whole new story, maybe introduce Robin? But right now, what I love about these Batman movies is that they're centered in some sort of real reality. You know, there's nothing fantastical about it. It almost feels more logical than actual fiction. A lot of people are coming back from the last Batman films. There's a lot of new people. A lot of the people that were from Inception, Christopher Nolan's last film, are now in this movie. All we've really seen is a trailer and the IMAX trailer, It looks really quite cool. If I had anything to worry about, I can't really understand what Bane is saying sometimes. I don't know if that's going to be cleared up by when the film comes out in July, but I'm really interested to see how all this comes out. The next film I want to talk about, we haven't been given a trailer at all. Actually, they're probably filming it right now as I speak, or they've started, or they're going to start. I don't really know. But I love to go to the movies and see a musical. Now, I also love to go to the theater to see a musical, but I like what they can do with film and music. They can kind of open it out beyond the stage. And this film comes out on December 7th, Les Miserables. In the late 90s, I had the opportunity to see a video of, I think it was the 15th anniversary, 10th or 15th anniversary of the play. And pretty much the cast were all standing in a line, face to the audience, and they would come out and sing their song. And I didn't know much about the story, but it was the music that just skyrocketed my soul to the sky. I was so moved. It wasn't until 2006 that I actually saw this play live in the theater, and I just enjoyed it because I had heard the music for so many years before. And now, finally, the director of King's Speech, Tom Hooper, is directing the film, and it's supposed to come out December 7th. It looks like it has a great cast. Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe play the two main leads, Jean Valjean and Javert. I couldn't be more excited about seeing this movie. I love the music. I want to see this whole world come alive. We have no images yet. I don't know what it looks like to see Les Miserables projected onto a screen and just have all that wonderful music that just touched my heart so much. It's a long ways away, but I'm waiting. I'm just gonna wait. Now I hope we get a preview soon because it's very exciting. The final film I want to talk about doesn't come out till December 14th. It's actually a prequel. It's part one of 2 films that we're not going to get till the following December, but I'm just glad we're finally getting it. So, the first part of The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey. Then in 2013, we'll get The Hobbit There and Back Again. So we're going to have to wait a couple years from right now for that film. But it's just great to have Peter Jackson back in the director's chair. This movie has kind of jumped back and forth for the last 10 years since we had the Lord of the Rings films. For a while, Guillermo del Toro, who is an exceptional visual director, was going to make these films. It didn't really work out, and he's moved on to other projects. But his name is still credited as a screenwriter, so that's cool. That's really quite exciting that he's still part of it. I loved Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films. They were so much fun. There was like a huge event to go and see these movies. I remember all my friends getting together, and we would spend the whole day at the movie theater just to see the midnight showing. I hope this is the case when I see The Hobbit in December. Martin Freeman is playing Bilbo Baggins. He's a really great actor. You don't see him much. He's mainly in British television, some British films. He might be known to some people as being in the original Ricky Gervais Office. I'm really excited for him, and that he gets to be the main star in this film. And it looks like they're bringing back all these really great characters. They're also introducing new characters, since this is telling the story that happened before. The Hobbit is such a great story, and I love the classic cartoon from the 1970s and all those great songs. I might even watch it maybe 6 months before I see the Peter Jackson directed films. So those are just 5 movies. Now, granted, again, I said there's a lot of movies. Now I want to hear what you have to say. Please comment below and tell me what you're excited about seeing in 2012. Okay, I'll talk to you later. This is MovieManCHAD saying goodbye.